Hey, it's Jason. So, as a content creator, it's not uncommon for you to be at your desk working hours upon hours a day. Editing video takes a lot of time, so it's super important that your setup is intentionally thought out. And part of my 2025 goals was to have a productivity-focused setup completed and operational by the end of Q1. And though I feel as though this will always be a work in progress, I think I may have completed this mission. So today, I thought I'd share my desk setup for 2025 by going over all of the important individual components that makes up my space, and I'm going to leave links in the description to everything that I cover in case you guys want to pick any of this stuff up. But before we jump into it, a real quick plug for the JSL newsletter. I send subscribers out a brand new full-res wallpaper every single week, as well as links to really good tech deals and fun articles written by yours truly. It's totally free. Link to subscribe will be in the description down below. So let's start off with the most important component of any setup, and that's the desk itself. This is the FlexiSpot Kana Pro Bamboo Sit Stand Desk. I've had it for a few years now, and it's pretty awesome. I love the light bamboo wood top. It provides some much needed warmth to the entire setup. You can see that the walls in the studio are pretty dark, so I like the contrast that the natural wood finish provides. Another reason why I like it so much is that it's pretty big. A lot of the sit-stand desks that I've tried in the past are not as wide and as deep as this one, and it's important because I wanted to make sure that things don't come off crowded or crammed, and you're gonna see here in a bit, I'm gonna put some pretty large size items on this thing. The desk is also extremely well built. The legs are made out of metal, and I love that it comes in white. It matches the color theme that I'm going for. And the motor for the sit stand functionality is buttery smooth and easy to fine tune. The control panel allows for 2 presets to quickly switch between sitting and standing, which is super helpful for me when I'm doing a particularly long edit. But let's get into what has to be the centerpiece of this entire setup, this absolutely gorgeous display. This is the LG 40-inch ultra-wide 5K 2K monitor. It's my first jump into the ultra-wide space, and I totally get why people say you're never gonna go back because this thing is an absolute beast. With the resolution of 5120 by 2160, it gets really close to matching the sharpness of the 5K studio display I was using before, while also giving me a lot more screen real estate all in one monitor. This allows me to get essentially 3 full windows open at once to maximize my productivity, and it's super useful for when I'm editing video as I can have the full timeline displayed and space for my files all on one screen, which was virtually impossible for me to do before. Now, it's not all perfect with this thing. Number one, it's so big that if I use the included stand, it would take up like half of my desk. So in order to avoid that, I attached it to the Vivo Premium Heavy Duty Monitor arm. This thing can support monitors up to 49 inches and 33 pounds, and it was super easy to attach to the LG monitor. And man, I love this floating look. It keeps the desk so much cleaner and less cluttered. The mount itself comes with some cable management, which is well thought out, and it comes in white, which maintains the color theme that I'm going with. Now, another concession with this monitor, as great as it doesn't come with the webcam, something that I need quite often for work meetings, hence where today's channel sponsor OBSBot comes in to save the day. This is the OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite webcam, an incredibly powerful webcam that offers users a plethora of pro-level features. Despite being quite compact, this thing is rocking a 1/2-inch 48 megapixel CMOS sensor that allows you to shoot at an ultra-sharp 4K resolution at up to 30 frames per second. This blows away the quality of most laptop webcams, especially in low light, with the sensor being significantly larger, and it's exponentially smarter too when it comes to its abilities. The Tiny 2 Lite is built on a 2-axis gimbal that can pan and tilt the camera in smooth motions. Once you add in OBSBot's AI tracking capabilities, it's like having your own AI cameraman that can follow all of your movements without you really needing to do anything. It can also track particular body parts for times where you want the audience to focus in on a specific area, or you can quickly frame up your composition in a different way for a more pleasing look. You can also use hand gestures to lock and unlock a target for tracking or for zooming in or out, which is super useful for when you're a one-man operation like me. It has face detection autofocus, which quickly detects objects that you want to bring to the forefront for display. It's also equipped with a dual omnidirectional mic with adjustable noise cancellation for solid image synchronized video calls. When I'm on a conference call, I get asked all the time how I'm able to get such good webcam quality when I'm using the OBSBot Tiny 2, and no doubt this could be a game changer if you're in the virtual teaching space where you want to make sure that the viewers can see and hear you clearly without you going back and forth to the webcam to make sure that you're properly framed up. If you guys want to learn more about the OBSBot Tiny 2 Lite, use the link that's in the description down below. Don't settle for crappy webcams anymore in 2025. Check out OBSBot today. Now, the other limitation with the LG monitor is that the built-in speakers, they're just trash, I'm just gonna say it. That's why I got these Edifier MR4 Studio monitors. They sound exponentially better and helps me make sure my audio is coming off okay when doing an edit. They can get super loud and it makes consuming content so much more fun and immersive, and they're not that big. Again, I don't want my desk to come off cluttered, so the footprint, all things considered, is pretty small. Plus, it comes in white. Finding a good pair of speakers in white is not easy, but these match perfectly with the look that I'm going for. Okay, quickly jumping into the peripherals, the keyboard that I have here is the Newfie Halo 65 wireless mechanical keyboard. This was a super random buy that has turned out to be one of my favorites. I wanted a mechanical keyboard that is wireless, and what's great about this one is that it comes with a USB wireless adapter. I like this because it's way less prone to lag and more reliable than a straight up Bluetooth connection. It's super well built as it has a heavy duty metal base plate and a variety of RGB backlight options, and I went with the baby kangaroo switches. No idea what that means, but here's a quick sound test. Okay, next to the keyboard, I have the Apple Magic Trackpad. It's super basic, but I need the trackpad. It helps me navigate macOS the fastest, especially for Final Cut Pro, the software that I use to edit. I also have this random wood tray here to hold my SD cards and a knife to open packages. This thing may look like a high-tech device, but it's just a manual timer that you can quickly set. I get distracted super easily, so I use this to set the first hour that I'm at my desk for work, and it helps me hold myself accountable. Yes, I realize that I could use my phone to do this, but something about setting a timer like this makes it feel more official in my head. Now, all of these peripherals are sitting on top of this large felt mat that I got on Amazon. This one is nice because it's a bit oversized and it doesn't look small on this big desk. It also helps break up the bamboo finish to offer some contrast to the desktop, and it's super soft, and so far, the corners haven't curled up, and I think it looks great. Okay, off to the side of the desk, I have the Shure SM7B microphone. This is the GOAT mic for voiceovers and podcasts, and I have it connected to the Rode Swing Arm mic stand. This is the main mic that I use when doing voiceover work, mainly for my short form videos, and I love how I can quickly access the mic when I'm ready to record and then move it out of the way when I don't need it. And this brings us to the setup underneath the desk, as the mic is connected to the Focusrite Scarlett TI2 audio interface and a cloud lifter. And next to that, I have the Audio-Technica ATH M50X studio monitors that I use to monitor my audio when I'm recording. They're super comfortable, accurate, and really useful for when editing sound. And next to that, you have the brain that's essentially powering this entire setup, my 2021 M1 Max MacBook Pro. This computer can only be described as an absolute workhorse. I beat the hell out of this thing, and it has never given me any issues. I can have 100 tabs open on Chrome while editing a 4K video and have a bunch of other random apps open, and it won't even blink an eye. Now you can see this is mounted underneath the desk. Again, I wanted to keep the top of my desk clean, so I had to figure out a way to kind of hide these things. I got these random under the desk mounts on Amazon to hold everything in place. I'm gonna be straight up, getting these installed was super annoying, and I don't think I did a particularly good job. Plus, getting the MacBook Pro in and out of this small space is a pain if you need to do it often, but ultimately I think I was able to pull off what I was wanting to do. Now, in the spirit of keeping things clean, I do have a basic cable management system in place to not make it a rat's nest of cables down there. I got this server rack cable management thing that I saw someone else use on their setup, and it's pretty awesome. I mounted it to the desk and fished all the cables in, and because of all these slots, you can easily weave cables out as needed. I also mounted a power strip onto the desk as well. This allows me to have only one single cable going down to the outlet. Is it the cleanest cable management you'll ever see? No, but it's a really smart and easy to use solution if you don't want to overthink it. Okay, the last part of the setup that I want to touch on are the wall panels that I have in the background. I get asked about them all the time in the comments. These are actually panels from the Wood Veneer Club. They actually sent these over for my setup, and this is probably the most transformative feature from a before and after standpoint. I mean, check out what these walls look like without the panels. It's pretty drab and unattractive, but after installing these, it completely changes up the look in the best way possible. This is their smoked oak color, which I think looks beautiful. The other side of the wall here is in their matte black color, just as gorgeous, and I was surprised at how easy they were to install. Plus, the panels have built-in acoustic foam, which helps a lot with dampening the echo when recording audio. I also got these 3 pieces of canvas art from a company called iCanvas. I just picked something that had some color and maintained the modern, clean aesthetic that I'm going for, and these are great because they have a matte finish so they don't reflect light. And in a weird way, the background transition has been my favorite part of the setup so far. It completely changes up the look that I had before, and it brings the rest of the components of the setup together in the best way possible. As I said at the top of this video, my setup is in a perpetual state of being in work, but what I have so far has made getting my work done a lot easier and a lot more comfortable to do. Let me know what you guys think, what's good, what's bad, and don't forget links to everything will be in the description down below if you guys want to pick any of this stuff up. If there's anything that I'm missing from my setup, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.